Hi, everybody. Bold was excellent today. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay, so to backtrack slightly, I like that yesterday they had the episode to finish up the wedding and everything else. I like that they utilized Tom, the homeless guy, that was a homeless guy at first, uh, a lot because he was the officiant and kind of the photographer. So I enjoyed that. And I like the fact that he and Deacon and he and I think Sean Kanan and the actor, whatever the actor's name is, I seem to be really genuinely close. So I appreciate that also. Okay. So today we have the fallout from the wedding. Um, because, and I knew this was gonna happen too. I kind of called this whenever I knew there was gonna be a wedding, and I kind of figured that, kind of take a couple leaps in my head and said, well, they're gonna have to be in the wedding, but I wonder how Steffi's gonna handle that. Well, okay, to be completely fair, 100% fair, um, Finn was kind of goaded into coming to the ceremony because, like I said, he happened to be there picking up pizzas, and they happened to have the ceremony outside the pizza place. So he just was like feet away from the ceremony. So what are you gonna do? Turn down your mother? Even though your wife, like, look at the dynamic here. Your wife says, don't have anything to do with your birth mother. She's done nothing but been like completely bad to you your whole life. How dare you have anything to do with your birth mother? And yet your birth mother is getting married to, her intended husband, and you're right there. So what do? So of course they put Finn in a pickle, and she's like, "Oh, please, please, please." And me, as an audience member, before I said, "Just go with it. Don't say anything. Don't just go with the flow." Right? So at first he says what he shouldn't have said, in my opinion. Of, "Well, I'm just here to pick up the pizzas, and I don't know," and like waffling. Which, okay, for the men in the audience, I'm a woman, and I'm only speaking for myself here. But I hate wafflers. Make up your mind. Either you want something or you don't. Don't waffle. Okay. Because he's like, well, I don't know. I don't know if I should. You know, I don't, you know. And she's like, just please, just come on. And I'm like, just come on. So he's like, all right, all right. So then he's in the ceremony, and of course, the well, first of all, I have to put these two things in here too. You're dealing with Steffi, okay? And Steffi is not exactly hmm, a dumb person, so she's going to figure it out. Even if you don't have photographic evidence, she would figure it out because she's one of the women who, I think most of the women I know have this ESP intuition that if you're lying to us, we can tell you're lying to us. So if we really want to press the issue, we'll go, okay, okay, so what's the real story here? I know you said A, B, and C, but A, B, and C doesn't make sense. So what is the story? So yeah, but then there also happens to be photographic evidence that Tom took. And of course, Finn, poor man, he just happens to be in the pictures, not really smiling per se, and just there, but that's enough. So of course, Steffi's like, "What's going on here? Where have you been? Why were you late? Whatever." And he's like, "Well, I'm gonna tell you about it, but I don't want you to get mad." She's like, "What? What are you talking about?" Well, and then, oh, you were in the wedding, and there's photographs. And why were you? And then imagine her in a higher pitched voice than I wanted to do. Why were you there? Imagine that, but with like more ugh behind it. That's her. Okay. So like I said, poor Finn is in a bad place. Also, and see, this is why I don't like the Liam character. I don't like. Ugh. Okay, Scott Clifton, love you, love your character, but Liam, I don't like the because he's like, well, how dare Finn go against Steffi? And so if Steffi wants something and then Sheila wants to get the direct opposite, I guess it means that Finn is always going to do the direct opposite. Okay, I don't get I don't get very violent when I'm watching something, but I literally wanted to punch him through the screen. Honey, Liam, I was on your side for 5 minutes, and then you go and say that. Why? Why? Okay, moving on. Um, okay, so I'd like to say once again, I called it. I win. If this was bingo, I'd win the jackpot. Okay. Um, I predicted way before anything happened at the frequency of occurrence. I said there's going to be a Finn and Hope something or other. I don't know if it's going to be a Finn and Steffi break up and they get together or what, but something's up. I said it. I said it. Okay, today. Now, granted, let's look at the occasions of which they've been together, like in each other's presence. Okay, I count at least five. Okay, they had the two conversations about what's going on with Steffi and how to handle it, right? And what's going on with Sheila too. Okay, then they had the other conversation about uh, that Hope was having stress and needed a massage. Okay, that was three. Then three and four were when he gave her massages, just a hand, just like a neck rub or whatever, nothing bad. Okay, all right. So that was three and four, and then there was five somewhere in there. So at least five times. All right. So I say all this and go back down memory lane to say that today Hope was having a memory and having a good time when she was remembering Finn giving her a massage. And you know it's Finn because even if you didn't see anything, you saw the ring on his finger. And he's the only guy I know on the soap opera to actually wear a wedding ring when he's married. Now maybe Eric and Rich wear one, but have never seen them. So deductive reasoning and uh, foreshadowing at play here. All right, I called this one. So yay! Now, let's talk about the possible fallout from this one. Well, okay, number one is if Steffi continues being like she is, and so pushy and demanding and everything, she's gonna push Finn away. Okay, Hope is kind of a free agent because she's not really married to anybody. Yes, she said yes to the proposal of Thomas at first, but she said, I don't know, I'm not ready. Then Thomas booked it to another country with their son Douglas. So she's kind of a free agent. Okay, so you combine her with Finn and the tumultuous everything, and it's gonna go like. And I want to see what the fallout is gonna be. And also, I want Steffi to understand that you cannot do that to a man and not expect some karma back. I'm just saying. All right, off my soapbox. Like I said, I usually don't get this angry, but it's been brewing for weeks. So, all right, bye guys.